I'm rolling. Are you rolling? Speed? Justin, you look just fine.
Alright, we're off. On the road for the first time. We're in Quincy right now, the city of Presidents, home of the first Dunkin' Donuts. And we are about to head to Justin Clancy's hometown of Peabody. And you gotta put your seatbelt on so that thing shuts up. Yeah, so we're heading to Peabody. We're going to Bill and Bob.
About to get some roast beef.
Get a roast beef sandwich. For those of you who don't know, roast beef is legendary on the North Shore. Yeah, so what's the story behind roast beef on the North Shore? Like, why is it such a popular?
Oh, fuck. I don't even know, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, I Googled it, and
part of me wants to say Kelly's had something to do with it.
Yeah, I feel
trash.
like Kelly's is the original one.
But they're trash, though. Like, when I was a kid, Kelly's was really good, but now it's
touristy.
Now it's just like a tourist.
It's like Geno's in Philly.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
everyone says, like, that's
Geno's.
the most popular one, but it's not the best one.
Exactly. I like to go to like the steak and cheese places in Philly where I may or may not get fucking stabbed afterwards.
Those are always the best ones.
Yeah, so unfortunately you're not going to get stabbed after you eat Bill and Bob's.
That's good. That's good.
You know?
However, I've come to find that like when traveling, most of the best food places, including Memphis, Tennessee, are in the most stabby parts of town.
The most stabby parts.
And that's how we can bring it in.
True. On the official Wikipedia page for roast beef sandwiches, they have an official Wikipedia page, I guess. The North Shore is the roast beef sandwich capital.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's pretty cool. We were talking last week, I don't think the South Shore has anything like that.
So I'm pretty sure, I think Plymouth has something like that. But for the most part, dude, it's all North Shore for the beefs, kid.
And they all have the Threeway, right?
Yeah, well, some people are fucking maniacs and they get it with like lettuce, or they'll get it with like tomato on it, or, you know, horseradish. But the classic way to get it, roast beef Threeway.
Alright, that's what we're getting then. Super beef, right?
Yeah, super beef if you want. I'm gonna get a junior beef.
I'm starving. I'm getting the super
I'm getting the super.
I'm going super.
On an onion roll.
We're taking the trip up here. I gotta go big and go home.
Right,
Yeah, you
exactly.
gotta, get it on the onion roll, baby.
Oh yeah, you got it always on an onion roll.
Alright, so we're gonna play your album, The Color Blue, play it the full length through. On our trip up there, we're heading up through Boston right now. So let's play The Color Blue by Justin Clancy. If you haven't heard it yet, then I don't know what you've been doing. Title track called The Color Blue. So this is the song you usually open concerts with, right?
Yeah. I heard the dude that made this album has really small hands. Yeah, that's why I'm getting the junior beef, so it's more aesthetically pleasing on here.
Oh man. So yeah, this is the opening track. It's called The Color Blue. So the album name, where does it come from?
So, The Color Blue. I wanted to create a project that kind of emulated a color. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So the first record that I made on the project was TV Dinner.
Yep.
And when I heard it, it resonated as The Color Blue to me. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just keep making like blue music.
What's that called when you hear colors? I remember you.
Synesthesia.
Synesthesia.
I might be pronouncing it wrong, but synesthesia.
All right.
Yeah, so like usually when I hear like certain melodies or like songs or chords or whatever, it'll you know resonate as a specific color.
Basically, this whole album is the color blue to you, like that's okay.
Yeah, so it's all different shades too.
Okay.
You gotta also,
Interesting.
you also have to keep in mind that blue itself is one of the, it's the only color that can be used as an adjective.
Right.
Especially to describe like a mood.
Right.
So I was really trying to capture that vibe. So like some of the more melancholy records on this are like deeper blue. Like TV Dinner is deep blue, like dark blue.
That's
This
awesome.
is like, this record reminds me of like navy blue.
Okay.
Then you got Pretty Things, which is like a lighter shade of blue.
Yeah.
Nirvana, which would be like baby powder blue.
Right.
Yo, I dig that, bro.
That's awesome.
I mean?
No, that's
Barbecue shrimp,
So then,
grilled shrimp.
why is the cover of the album orange?
So, you remember how when you're a kid,
Yeah.
And you would be in class and they'd have like the calling cards. Here, let me get rid of this.
Yeet.
So it would be like recognition cards, like almost like it would be a red card, but it would say yellow on it, and they'd ask you what color does it say.
Yeah.
And it would say you'd say yellow. The goal was not to divert from the vibe or the feeling of the record. I just wanted it to sonically represent blue rather than literally be blue.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
And people were like, why is it called the color blue? And the color in the album cover is traffic cone orange.
Yeah. I mean, of course that's gonna stand out, you know.
And then people, it caused the listener to want to dive into the project a little bit deeper to better comprehend it.
Right.
You know,
That's good
and that's
marketing.
exactly, yeah, dude. And that's exactly what I wanted to do with it.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Plus, you see that shit on the street, or the posters that I put up, or the
album,
flyers I was
the
handing
covers,
out.
the
It
covers.
pops, dude.
Yeah,
It pops.
All right, so TV Dinner. This was the first single off the album, right?
Yes.
And this was kind of the song that kind of catapulted where your career is at right now, basically.
Hell yeah.
So,
Video's so fire.
yeah, the video's incredible.
Project 2.
So, you tried something different with this one.
Yeah.
With the singing, and but it was more you. You know, you were into just the rapping and barring out and that kind of stuff, but this was more just genuine, I guess you would say.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a leap. Because if you heard any of the stuff that I did before, I mean, I know you have.
Yeah.
But like, I was kind of trying to be something I wasn't, in a sense of rappity rap and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to make music that like best represented myself as an artist, but also as a human being, you know. And I just caught a fucking vibe with this beat, dude. And it was one of those things like, I'm gonna put this out, I'm gonna gauge reaction, and I'm just gonna go with it, you know. But at the end of the day, the most important piece to this puzzle was making songs that I liked.
Right.
And I would find myself being almost embarrassed when I would show people my music before I created this, you know?
Really?
Almost, yeah. Like, I would still release it, but there would be a little voice in my head, like, maybe they won't like it, you know?
What was your feeling when you released this?
I was like, people are gonna fucking love this.
Yeah.
And if they don't love this, I don't know what. You
If
know
they don't
what I
love
mean?
this, they're stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no,
It's one of those things like, dude, this is like something I would listen to.
Right.
Like, I am confident in my sound now.
Right.
You know?
Everyone I've showed this song to loves it, and I've shown it to a lot of people.
Thank you.
And this is
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this is like a kid from Peabody who I know, and they can't even believe it.
Yeah.
This guy isn't famous. Like, I mean, locally, you're well known. You're on your way.
I literally.
When you hear this song, it sounds like, you know, a professional musician.
When we met outside the Middle East at that headshot show, this is the song I was telling you about when I was like, yo, I'm like, my boss heard me like singing a song when I was driving around to work. And he's like, what are you singing? Like he was joking with me, like started like, you know, making fun of my singing, but because I can't really sing, right? But like,
Right.
you know, I'm like,
I sing this
I'm
shit
like,
out
it's
of this.
Justin Clancy, baby.
So, explain like the meaning behind this song, TV Dinner. What is
So,
the significance of that?
pretty much like, I don't want to go too into depth because everybody has kind of their own personal connection to this in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't be chewing gum right now. For me, it was kind of like one of those things. I wanted to really capture like melancholy, you know? I'm a melancholy dude. I'm melancholy mostly, you know? It's like I wanted to create like fucking melancholy gospel type shit.
Yeah.
And also highlight what it's like being from a generation. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but like for me, like I feel as though my generation was brought up on like pop culture and, you know, prescription pills.
Yeah.
And, you know, just seeing like the wave of like everybody you grew up with like taking that wrong turn.
Right.
You know, so I talk about like being from the city where dreams go to die and things of that nature. It's not saying that like I have a rough and tumble fucking upbringing, but more so like where I'm at, like who I came up with, like they're not out there chasing their dreams, you know?
Yeah.
Like, everybody that I grew up with is in the shits.
Yeah.
They're either, like, locked up or on the street getting high. I'm, like, one of the only ones that really made it out of my group of friends.
Right.
So, you know, I really wanted to capture that vibe and capture that mood that comes with it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you did a great job. And like you said, it's like, you know, there's different ways to interpret it. There's different levels of like relating to that song. I feel like you don't have to have been through exactly what you went through to relate to it in certain ways. Because I mean, I have a different story than you do, obviously, but I love that song like on a personal level.
For sure. Anybody can make a song that people can dance to, or, you know, but really, like, what captures fans and like captivates people is making a record that's relatable, that people feel with their soul and their heart.
They want to feel it. Yeah, fans want to feel like they know you on a personal
Word.
level.
There's a difference between hearing things with your ears and hearing things with your heart. You feel me? And like, that's really what I was trying to capture with this whole fucking record.
Yeah.
You know?
So this one, Nirvana. What shade of blue is this?
This would be like baby powder blue.
Baby powder blue. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is like a really uplifting song. What was the inspiration behind this?
The inspiration behind this record is like, whoa!
Hell yeah, brother!
Drop my phone.
He's supposed to be an Uber.
I am.
It's the worst Uber drive ever.
One stop.
So, my main...
I mean, it's basically about overcoming obstacles, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and that's a common theme.
Yeah.
You know, overcoming obstacles. That's like a common theme throughout the record.
Right.
I didn't really want to go too deep in the specifics of like me on this record. You know, I kind of just wanted to almost try and motivate people.
Yeah.
And also like
Honestly, it worked.
Thank you.
Like, I feel motivated by this album.
Thank you, bro. And like, that's all I could ask for, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. You know, one day I'm gonna be gone, and all I'll have to leave behind is what I left with music. And if I can like change people's perspectives with it, or, you know, cause them to be motivated, or even wake up 2 hours earlier than they usually do, or an hour early, or just implement something in their routine, even, you know, whatever. If people want to better themselves, that's fucking amazing. And like, if I can inspire people enough to do that, that's all I could ever ask for, you know.
Absolutely.
I caught a vibe with this one. A lot of these records I just wrote and recorded in one sitting.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like, Knox would make the beat and then I would write it. We just fucking bang it out right there, you know.
It's when all the inspiration's fresh.
Exactly.
Right there. You just.
My writing process, it consists of like, you know, Knox will start the beat.
Yeah.
And if I don't have a melody within 5 minutes, we're scrapping and making something different.
So if you don't feel it right away.
Yeah. He fucking hates me for it though.
Hey, you're a perfectionist.
That
though.
surprises
That's
me,
what
though.
makes you good.
Yeah.
It surprises me.
Yeah, dude, I won't sit with anything, dude.
That's what separates you from other people, and that's what makes
Thank
great
you.
artists great. Is they're perfectionists. They don't settle for anything less than perfect.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm so fucking picky with literally everything. I mean, you guys know, I'm so fucking picky. You know what I mean?
Oh, we
That's a
know.
good way to be. That's a good way to be.
That's definitely a good way.
But I would rather be picky and like put out quality music, quality content than just like saturate and fucking rape my fans' ears and eyes, you know? I don't ever want to fucking do
Don't
that.
give them something just to give them something.
Exactly. Like, I
Mean something.
don't, yeah, I want them to know that like I special made this for them. Like, this is tailor made for the people that I care about, for the people I love, for my fans, like, and my supporters. And that's that, you know?
I dig that.
So this one, bottom line, the second single, right?
Yes.
The video for this is pretty dope. Where was that shot?
The video was shot on a fucking mountain in New Hampshire.
Okay, I thought it was New Hampshire.
Yeah.
It's definitely New Hampshire.
It was New Hampshire.
He's a hiker. He'd be able to fucking spot that out real quick.
Yeah,
no, that
dude.
video is dope with the piano on fire and everything.
Can't get close to it. I already know you're gonna get like the worst fucking angles.
But he got you good side.
No, dude, doesn't matter. There's no good side. Eric catches me at like my most unflattering fucking moment. Always, dude. I guess.
Surprised
Yeah,
you
you already
tearing me
know,
up
dude.
then.
He's nodding his head because he fucking knows. But yeah, Fuck out of here. So we shot it on a mountain in New Hampshire during sunset, dude.
That's awesome.
And
yeah, the sunset was perfect too.
It was mad funny because
great.
the piano in that, like I actually burnt the fucking piano in that shit. Like that was a real baby grand piano. So I went on Facebook Marketplace and I saw that there was mad free pianos.
Yeah.
So I had to like go. Do you know how hard it is to fucking like move a piano?
Oh, dude, it's fucking terrible.
They're so awkward.
Dude, it's awkward. You need like 3 people just to balance the weight.
Yeah. And we had to like carry it upstairs. Have you ever been in
Twisted
Nahant?
sideways?
Yeah. Have you ever been in Nahant?
The what?
Nahant?
Yeah, I've been there before.
So it was at like a house in Nahant, which was like down, you know, and it was on a decline.
Yeah.
We had to fucking carry it upstairs, dude. It was like me and like 4 or 5 other kids, maybe. They were like, "Oh, what do you need it for?" I was like, "Oh, I go to I think I said I went to Mass Art."
Huh?
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I go to Mass Art. I need it for my final project or whatever." So I pull up, right? And like prior to it, like I picked up like a bunch of friends of mine that lived at a halfway house at the time.
Yeah.
So I roll up and I'm with like a bunch of dudes, neck tattoos, fucking like healing track marks and shit. You know what I mean? Just like got the
Might have been on the juice.
got that track.
Might have been on the juice.
Nah, so it was just me and like a bunch of kids, and we definitely didn't look like fucking college students, but we grabbed that shit. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
We burnt the piano, then we had to put it out with the fucking diesel hose, and
Did
then
you pour gas on?
oh yeah, we poured all
Man.
sorts of shit on it, dude. So then we had to put it out,
That must have been fun.
and then I had it was fucking scary, dude.
Lighting it on fire for it?
No, cause they wanted me to fucking play the piano while it was on fire,
Hell no.
and I did. They were like, "Yo, go near the piano, rap near the burning piano." Yo, so that shit, like the strings, the piano strings from the fire, from the heat, they're like snapping and flying all over the fucking place. If one of those things snapped off and fucking hit me in the leg or something like that, I would be smoked, dude. I'd be smoked.
Would you say this is your favorite song to perform, or do you have a favorite song?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, probably TV Dinner, right?
Oh, no. This is my favorite to
Yeah,
perform.
no, I've noticed like this one has the most energy. Like at your shows, like everyone gets hyped for this song.
Yeah, dude, no. I
At your album
fucking
release
love
show when you had like all those people on stage during this one.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was dope.
That was the best, dude. That was one of the best moments of my fucking life. That and when I performed this at the House of Blues.
Yeah.
But like I wanted to stage dive so fucking bad at the House of Blues. I just couldn't do it. They specifically told me because they knew that I wanted to. Because my release party. They were like, "Yo, if you stage dive, you're getting kicked out of the venue."
Oh, fuck that,
Like,
dude.
there's signs all over the House of Blues like,
there's a
"No,
roast beef
do not
place.
stage dive." Glenn's don't got it like Bill and Bob's, man.
All right.
If we're going to Bill and Bob's, that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line, god damn it.
There's a lot of roast beef. So this song is about a breakup, correct?
Yes, a particularly shitty breakup. So at the time, right, I was living with my girl,
Yeah.
and you know, I deal with a lot of like depression and stuff like that. And when you don't do anything for yourself or to better your mental health, there's no self-care there. It doesn't just affect you, you know. And she was as understanding as she possibly could be, and she did everything in her power to like be there for me and support me. And it got to the point where it was, you know, there's 2 people in a relationship. You feel me? And she was just unhappy. And like on this particular record, I wrote it when I came to the conclusion that like her feelings are fucking valid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not all about me as much as I want it to be. Especially in a relationship type situation.
Yeah.
And we were just having this conversation. Like, even if you think it's bullshit, whatever your significant other is complaining about or talking about, their feelings are still valid no matter what, you know? And I came to that conclusion when I wrote this record. And it was like, it was bittersweet. That's why I said, because bittersweet tastes the same. Because it was bittersweet, because like she's gone, but it was sweet to like know and kind of evolve from it. You feel me?
Almost like some closure.
Like you felt like you
Exactly.
Like some sort of closure.
Because there wasn't much closure when we broke it off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's like see you later almost.
yeah. It was like really fucked up time. So what happened was I had to do a show at South by Southwest. 2 days before the show, I come home she's got her bags packed, and we lived together at the time.
Yeah.
She was like, I gotta go. You know, I'm unhappy. I can't do this anymore. And then next thing you know, dude, my flight gets canceled because of snow. So I gotta drive 36 hours to fucking Austin, Texas, and then drive back all alone with just like my life and suitcases in the backseat. I come back home, and while I was gone, she took her furniture back. So I came back to an empty apartment, and it was the most introspection that I've ever done.
So when you say all alone in this unfurnished apartment.
Exactly. I was literally all alone in an unfurnished apartment, you know what I'm saying? But it was a fucking blessing, dude. It really was. Because I got to really, like, think about where I'm wrong, like, not just in a relationship, but also as a human being, you know? And kind of learn and grow from
That's
it.
a big growing point, going through something like that. You know, you learn a lot about yourself.
And I thought this would be the sleeper on the project, but a lot of people, like, a lot of people really fucking like this record. This almost didn't make the cut.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, there are so many songs that didn't make the cut.
How many? Well, there's 9 on the album, so how many did you have to scrap? Or you probably don't know the number, but like.
I know that it took a year and a half to make the record.
Okay. Yeah. So it was a lot of trial and error.
Yeah. So it started in December 2016.
Okay.
And it came out just this past June. And me and Knox would get up twice a month, almost. So a lot of shit got scrapped.
Yeah.
A whole lot of shit got scrapped.
Damn.
That's how I am, dude. I don't want to put it out.
That's good, though. Work in progress.
I'm a work in progress.
This video got a lot of recognition. Got written up in the Huffington Post.
So, how'd you feel about that first of all?
That was sick. Shout out to Huffington Post. I already knew that they wanted to cover that video.
That's dope.
That's awesome.
So I did like a photo shoot specifically for that write-up. Because I was fucking hype off the Huffington Post cover right
yeah,
there.
dude. I don't blame you, dude.
Yeah.
The Post, dude. Every motherfucker reads it.
So I was really hype off that, dude. It was just like, this song came so naturally to me. Because it's true, like, in their own right, everybody's a work in progress. They're always...
It's another one that anyone can relate to at different levels. The video has a pretty specific message. So talk about the video and the inspiration behind that.
The inspiration behind the video itself is I really wanted to best represent something that really wasn't touched upon so much. And through, like, I worked in treatment for a long time, and one thing that I would see in some of, like, the most inspiring stories that I've seen have come from parents, you know? If you want to talk about a work in progress, and you want to look at the people that are so fucking demonized, and there's a stigma within a stigma when it comes to being a parent that's in recovery. You know what I'm saying? Especially a female. A female in recovery, that's a fucking stigma within a stigma, you know?
Yeah.
But being a parent that's a female in recovery, working toward getting their child back, you know? And I really wanted to represent that in a way that doesn't demonize the mother, man.
Yeah.
You know, because that's like some of the most beautiful shit that I see. And I would see it happen all the time. All these motherfuckers on Facebook and whatnot, and, you know, they all want to share the video of like the mother that fucking overdoses in a store with their kid, or the mother that gets taken away, and they want to fucking demonize them. But it doesn't show like the work that goes on behind the scenes, and it doesn't show the fact that like they get better, they get their kids back, and those kids love their parents. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that is something that hasn't really been touched on. So that's cool. That you
dude.
took
So
the initiative to talk about.
Hell yeah, man. And like if I can bring that to light, you know, I'll be the fucking martyr, sure. Always.
What's up, baby?
So this one right here, Closer. First time I heard this, I was like, this is radio potential. And then it ended up being played on 104.1, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So Mix 104.1, shout out to Matt Reed, shout out to Mix 104.1. They named me like one of the hottest of the year.
that's awesome.
This was like on their summer playlist, stuff like that. And they really love this song, man.
Were you going for like, with this song, were you going for more, for like, kind of a radio song? Because like, that's what I thought when I heard this. I was like, this, I could picture this on the radio.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things like, it kind of just got made. So I was really inspired because I was in Salem, and you know, at the time I think I was meeting some friends for lunch or something like that, and I parked in front of this restaurant, and there was this waitress that was out front. And I was like, hey, is it cool if I, you know, can I park it here? And she's like, yeah, it's cool. And she was like, hey, by the way, like, I really love your music, this and that. And I was like, oh, all right. I was like, okay, yeah.
Feeling yourself
right?
now.
No, but like, I'm fucking, like I'm super awkward in real life, you know what I mean? I'm like so fucking awkward. So I was like, okay. And I just like laughed.
Thanks.
And it was just like one of those things where I really wanted to capture, like, okay, in a record, can I have it be like pop sounding, but also bring like that element to it that's like me and honest, you know, like, you know, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't go to the clubs, and I really don't dance well either. Like I, you know,
which
just
is
like
ironic,
that
'cause this is a good
awkward
song to
element.
dance to.
Yeah, I just wanted to provide like that awkward element, you know, that's like earnest, and it's just like, you know, what would I say to her? Like, how would I come at it? And man, so I really wanted to like capture that. Also, like, Knox made the beat, and I was like, hell yeah. So I had like several different variations of the hook. Until I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna hit it with a falsetto for like mad long. Woo, you know what I'm saying?
You put out a video of you doing an acoustic version of it.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Thank you, man. Yeah, that acoustic, I had a lot of fun filming that, man. It was me and like, just like, there was a fucking string section, there was like backup singers.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So you wouldn't know it, but when that was filmed, my whole body was literally covered with fucking Vicks Vapor Rub. You wouldn't know it, but I was smothered.
Yo, hold on. I'm sorry. Why do we just pass bunghole liquors?
That's a valid question. That's a very valid question.
That is
the word bunghole comes from the whiskey barrel. The cork. That's the bunghole.
You actually know the answer.
Yeah, because dude, I'm from here. Everybody's like, hey, Peabody, bunghole liquor. Dude, people literally come and like take pictures in front of it.
Really?
Well, I got a couple friends out and I know would do that. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Continue about the video. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I know I threw the whole vibe off, but I saw that.
So the video, I was just covered in fucking Vicks Vapor Rub, and I was like,
why were you covered?
Yeah, why?
I was super sick.
Oh.
I was wicked sick, dude. I was like drinking tea in between takes and like.
Is there more than one Bill and Bob's?
I didn't know. I thought this was like the entrance.
Yeah, dude, look at this. There's old Dinah field.
There's one in Salem, right?
There's a Bill and Bob's in Peabody, and there's a Bill and Bob's in Salem.
I know this one's really good.
And Peabody is way better than Salem.
Oh, Salem's trash.
So should we finish the album after?
What do you want to do? What do you like?
Yeah, you used to be my favorite color. Now I only think of you in skies and gray. Yeah, you used to be my
Freeway before. This is your witness.
What?
This first flight to South Shore.
What?
They're from the South Shore, dude. They don't know.
Oh, shit.
Taking his virginity.
No, come on. The gal, the gal back there, she's been here like. You're even videotaping the fact that he never had a freeway before.
Oh, yeah.
So will you guys buy again? You guys get another one of these?
Of course.
Next time I end up on the North Shore with Uber and stuff at a roast beef place.
Be a ritual. Don't look at, dude, that's weird. Stop.
It hangs me up to dry. All I wanted was
Run up on my shit.
I know, I do. Swapping seats. What up, Jack?
Take a quick motherfucking beef trip for the motherfucking beefs. Yo, can you edit it so that it's like beef?
So this track, favorite color, featuring Michael Christmas. You talked about this before, but so you don't know Michael Christmas,
Nah, I don't know Michael Christmas.
but you
He just hopped on it.
he just hopped on it.
Yeah, I know his manager better.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know Tim. I just don't know Michael Christmas, but
Yeah.
he got on it, so I was like, oh, sick. Yeah. I mean, dude, it came out good.
It did come out good. I like his verse, and it's the only feature on the album.
Yeah, I heard it, and I was like, yo, I feel like he would sound good on it. You know?
Yeah. But you killed it. The Sook is fire.
Thank you. This almost got scrapped too.
Really?
Bro,
That would have been a mistake.
the intro almost got scrapped. I almost scrapped the intro.
Why?
I actually did scrap the intro.
Really?
Yeah. So I made it afterwards, dude. I was like, yo, fuck this. I was like, yo, Knox, let's start something else. I even recorded it. I was like, dude, I don't like it. It's too short. I don't like the way it sounds. And then I revisited it, and I was like, holy shit, I fucking love this. Or you can take a left.
I'm taking a left.
Oprah was left-handed.
All right, so this track right here is about the town that we're in right now.
Yes.
Peabody.
The city of Peabody, Massachusetts, my friend. Yeah, I mean, this song really, I wanted to capture, like, the feelings that came with going through what I went through, you know, growing up and, like, with addiction and getting clean and then coming back to the place where I did all my shitty stuff and, like, moving back here, you know?
Yeah.
And
as a new person.
Exactly, and it's just like I'm a different person, but like, you know, I say like, but I'ma always meet you there back home, almost like from my friend's perspective, or like the people that like I came up with that stay in that same place.
Right.
Like they'll tell me that like, you know, like growing up, like they used to tell me that I'll never get anywhere and this and that, but now it's like, you know, through music and things like that, I've been just about everywhere.
Yeah.
But they'll always meet me here back home, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was almost like the hook is almost like dialogue, you know?
Yeah. And I like how you ended the album with it too. I feel like that's a good way to close it out. Like you're coming back home.
Yeah.
You know, after, you know, you hear the album and you hear about what you've been through and everything, and then it ends with you back home. Like,
yeah.
So.
And like every story, it starts where it ends. You know what I mean? Like something, in order to start something has to end there.
Yeah.
And vice versa. It's a fucking paradox, you know?
Yeah.
It's almost like it started here, it's the end of the album, it's going back to where it started.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's really what I was trying to, you know, get with this.
Yeah.
And also like talking about like growing up and, you know, doing what I did here, and like this is all real like literal shit, you know? Like very literal.
Always had an open crib, only child. Like.
Yeah, exactly. Like always have an open crib, everybody fighting about who's gonna roll.
Right.
And then like, you know, if only we knew what it was gonna fucking get us into.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool song to listen to, just like, you know, just to, it really gives perspective on your whole story, I guess. Like I said, it wraps up the album and it's back where you started, and you just kind of get a feel for what life was like for you before you kind of made changes and became a new man. And it's like, I think it was definitely a perfect way to end the album.
Thank you. And it's like one of those things, man, where like with age, like I've come to love where I'm from.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like
the good and the bad, you appreciate
exactly,
it.
Exactly. Growing up, I hated it here. I felt alienated. I felt different. I felt like nobody liked me. And now that I'm older and like I'm grown and like I'm starting to realize that like that was the foundation. You know what I mean? Like where I'm from was the foundation of like who I am today.
Right. You wouldn't be who you are.
Exactly. And I'm like doing this to hopefully, I mean, I don't know. From the inside looking out, it's a little different, but from the outside looking in, you can say that like I'm representing where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like
absolutely.
With these stages and with these tours.
Absolutely. I mean, I saw your post on Instagram after the House of Blues, and you mentioned you're a kid from Peabody. Like you never forget to mention that.
No, I'm not ashamed of it either. You know. I'm not embarrassed to be where I'm from. I'm not embarrassed to be who I am.
Right.
And the older I get, the less fucking shameful I am, you know, about everything.
Right.
About who I am, where I'm from, who I am today, even who I was, you know. I'm not fucking ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed of it.
You don't regret anything. It's all.
I don't regret
it's all made you who you are today.
Yeah. The good parts, the bad parts, dark times, all that shit.
Right.
I don't regret a second of it.
Help make you who you are today.
Exactly.
What's up with this skit at the
end? So it's from a meme.
Okay.
So it's from this video where somebody's playing the trumpet in New York or something like that, and this fucking dude. That's a dude's voice. He's got like this fucking.
Oh, that's a dude.
Hunchback. Yeah.
I was picturing like a middle-aged woman.
No, that's a dude. I'll show you guys the video after. He's like got a hunchback and he's like.
I'm fucking down, get the fuck out of here.
And it kind of reminds
as a
people
kid
would say to you, yeah.
growing up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a statement.
Right.
It's like, come and take me home. Like, yeah, like, I'm here. You know what I mean? Like, so you suck, you're in no town.
I like that.
My mom hates this part of the album.
Yo, she was saying, I wasn't gonna say that, but she said that to me at your listening party. When it was on, she was like, I don't know why he put this in here.
Yeah, my mom fucking hates this part.
That's funny.
I was like, nah, I gotta do it. I have to do it. I have to close it out with something.
Alright, well, that's the album. Thank you for taking us to Peabody to try roast beef sandwiches.
Hell yeah,
I
man.
appreciate it. It was definitely like a unique way to interview you. It was pretty fun.
Food.
Yeah, plus get some great food. I'll definitely be hitting more North Shore roast beef spots in the future.
You got your three-way cherries pop.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And now I want more.
I know, I could go back right now and get another one.
Yeah.
But thank you for spending time with us and doing this.
Three-way culture.
The three-way
The
culture.
roast beef three-way culture.
It really is a culture that I had no idea even existed.
The North Shore has its own culture. Unlike South Shore, unlike Boston, unlike Metro, North Shore has its own culture, and I fucking love it, and that is me. I am North Shore culture minus the very heavy accent. So up here, so this building right to
Right
the
here?
left,
Yep.
yeah, this is the apartment that we were living at when she left and I wrote that record.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Bringing it all the way home.
Bringing it all the way home, yeah.
This was
I like
this
that.
was the first apartment that I ever had.
Damn.
Without
Really?
2 roommates, yeah.
I did not know that.
Yep, this was the first place I
In
ever
here?
lived, aside from a halfway house, yeah. Right in the eaves by Avalon. Fucking so.
Well, how many years of your life did you live in Peabody?
So I lived in Peabody from age 7 to 19.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where were you before that?
Saugus.
It's August, alright.
But like in between, I would live in like various different places. Like I lived with my father for a little bit in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And then like I tried living in a trap house in Lynn when I was 18.
Yeah.
That wasn't a good sign. And then I moved to the Cape to get clean. And then I moved back to Peabody for a year. And then I moved to where I'm at now, Revere. So I bounced around, but
Bounced around, stayed on the North Shore.
yeah, but like the way I see it, it's like where you're from is where you went to high school.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Where you were during like your teenage years pretty
Yeah.
much is where you're from.
Even though like I dropped out of high school
Yeah.
when I was like junior, I think. I
Yeah.
was a junior when I dropped out. So I was
So-
like, I'm a white rapper. I don't need to go to high school.
Yeah, so talk about that.
Joke's on me.
What was your mindset at that age, dropping out of high school?
I was like, fuck high school. I'm gonna drop out
Yeah.
because I'm a white rapper and I smoke mad blunts and I'm the fucking man.
Mad blunts.
And I had like a screaming drug habit that like nobody really knew about. And
When
I
you
was
say
like,
nobody knew about it, like nobody? Like you were able to
like
hide
people
it?
that I got high with
Knew about it, of course.
Like, but
you
this
were-
was when I dropped out.
Right,
Like
right.
people knew that something was up, but they didn't know that like I was fully immersed in it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I didn't even think I was. I would just lie to myself.
Right.
But like I dropped out of high school because in my mind it was like, yeah, I'll just have way more time to do white rapper stuff and get high.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And like that's just what I did. But like also I was never there, like I was never in school.
Yeah.
I was always at the studio till like fucking 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. I would like steal my mom's car to go to the studio.
Yeah.
And I'd be up until 3, 4 in the morning, and then I would just skip school the next day. I would never go.
Yeah.
When I went, I was a good student, but like usually when I was there, I was either like skipping or smoking butts in the stairway or in school suspension.
Yeah.
But I feel like when people go to school, it's like they want to groom you,
Right.
almost, for who they think would be an asset to society.
Right,
If that makes
right.
any sense.
No, it
they want
does.
to program you.
Right.
So like the way I see it, it's like I've learned more outside of school through like real life than I've ever learned in my whole entire scholastic career.
Yeah.
You know? You missed it. This is going north, my man.
I missed it?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't take this exit.
God damn it.
It's gonna take you to Beverly. It's gonna take you to Eric's.